It's next morning. I overslept a little bit and I have to bathe fast because the idea is to reach Kostenski Waterfall and then to reach the higher waterfall, which was Skalovitski Waterfall. After a short breakfast, I am already out, and from here, probably you remember that's the short trail to the Kostenski Waterfall, which is right there. You saw it yesterday. I visited yesterday late afternoon, and from here, right there, starts the trail which goes higher in the mountains to the Skalovitski Waterfall. So I've just left the Kostenski Waterfall behind and the path quickly changes. The sound of the waterfall fades and I'm surrounded by forest. The air is cooler up here and everything smells like pine and damp earth. Honestly, it's the kind of smell that just makes you want to take a deep breath and slow down a bit. The forest itself is beautiful, mainly beech, birches and pine with a bit of fir here and there. The trees are tall and thick and the light filters through the canopy, making it feel a bit like stepping into another world. The trail is marked, but it's definitely less touristy from this point on. There are some parts where it gets a bit steep and slippery, so proper hiking shoes are a must. At several points you get the option to either follow the main road or to take some smaller forest paths, and I always go for the smaller paths. They're narrower, quieter and make you feel a bit more like you're exploring. It's a bit of a climb, I won't lie, but nothing too extreme, although it does take some effort. It's a proper workout for the legs, but with each step I feel like I'm getting deeper into nature and leaving the noise of everyday life behind. This part of the hike is all about being in the forest. I didn't see any wildlife, but I keep my eyes and ears open. There's definitely a sense that you're walking through someone else's home. There's a peacefulness here that's hard to describe unless you felt it yourself. After a solid bit of climbing, I finally reach Gurgulitsa Hut. You spot it from the trail just as you are starting to feel like you could use a rest. It's not massive or fancy, but it's exactly what you want to see up here in the mountains. So this is it, the Gurgulitsa Hut, which is 1 hour and a half from Kostenets. At least that's the time it took me to come here. It starts to be a little bit cloudy, and I hope everything will be alright. The hut is quite traditional. It's made to handle mountain weather, wood, stone and sturdy. You can tell it's been used by hikers for years. There's a certain charm to it, and even if you're not staying the night, it's the perfect place to stop, refill your water, enjoy the moment and take a breath, not just for the body but also the mind. There were a few hikers around, but everyone is friendly in places like this. It's like an unspoken rule. You can really feel how fresh the air is here, as it's quiet apart from the wind in the trees and the occasional voice from someone arriving. It's a good halfway point, and after sitting down for a bit and having a snack, I was ready to continue my hike. And from Gurgulitsa Hut, I'm back on the trail to the waterfall. Yeah? No? I even encountered this fellow who came to say hello. From Gurgulitsa Hut, the route becomes a bit more adventurous. The path narrows and there's a barrier where vehicles can't go any further except for the ones of the foresters. So even if you manage to come here with a car, from here on, it's again just you and your legs. This section is definitely less traveled. The signs thin out and you're mostly following your gut and a few trail markers here and there. It's not dangerous, but it feels wilder, like you are really getting into untouched nature. The trail gets more rugged. You're crossing small streams, stepping over roots and dodging muddy patches. It's not difficult, but you need to watch your step. Around 800 meters after I fork in the path, I came across a single bench, just one in the middle of nowhere, overlooking the river. It's a quiet, peaceful place to catch up your breath. I don't know what part of the trail I've made, but it seems that I should be already close to it. And if I'm not mistaken, I hear a sound of water. At least I know that I'm in the right direction. Skalovitski Waterfall, this way. All right. The trail descends more and more, and it will be a serious climbing back to the hut. At this point, the anticipation kind of carries you forward. You know something amazing is just ahead. So, I think it should be at the end of this trail. You can even hear already the waters being louder. Yes, a sign. Waterfall on the right. Yeah, great. The waterfall is just right there. We will see it. And this should be, or probably it was some kind of gazebo some times ago. It fell apart and no one cared to rebuild it, unfortunately. Anyway, let's go to the waterfall. And finally I get there. You push through a few final branches and there it is, Skalovitski Waterfall. I just stood there for a moment. It's tall, about 15 meters, and it really makes an impact. So this is it, the Skalovitski Waterfall, which is the second one I wanted to visit in the region of Kostenets. Yes, the hiking wasn't too long. It was probably 6 kilometers, something like that, from Kostenets to here. Anyway, it's great. I'm glad that I made it. Unlike the Kostenski Waterfall down below, this one isn't developed. No bridges, no safety rails, no snack stalls, just raw nature. It's like finding a secret spot that very few people get to see. There's something about waterfalls. Once you're there, you don't really want to rush off. I took some time to walk around a bit, get different angles and just enjoy the atmosphere. The moss, the light on the spray, the sound, it all makes it feel a bit unreal. It's not just the waterfall itself that's beautiful, but the feeling of having earned the moment. The quiet, the effort, the isolation, it all adds up to something special. I don't know if you can see them, but there are some caves right there. It will be interesting to explore them, but it won't be today. So, from the village of Kostenets and the Kostenski Waterfall all the way to Skalovitski Waterfall, it's about a 12-kilometer round trip. It's not an easy walk, but it's definitely manageable if you are reasonably fit and take your time. What I liked most was how the trail felt like a journey from the busy start to the peaceful forest, the mountain hut and finally the hidden waterfall. You go from the familiar to the unknown, and that's what makes it feel more than just a hike. Let me know in the comments, what's the most hidden or surprising place you've discovered on a hike? I'd love to hear your stories. I'm Philip, and I'll see you next time, and as always, keep exploring.